Hi, everybody. Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a Boarlephant. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description, and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, Boarlephant. So a boar elephant basically is what we're drawing, right? Let me see. I'm looking at a few pictures here. I'm looking at a picture of a boar, looking at a picture of an elephant. And it's not a boring elephant. But here's the other thing: I'm incorporating fur. So how am I going to make fur? What's that fur? I've got the grandpa jokes today. Okay. Yeah. So basically, it's going to be kind of like an elephant, but with, some boar qualities to it. And so it's going to have, in the same aspect, a boar with elephant qualities. Does that make sense? So, I wanted to make it, very boring. Okay, I'll stop. I wanted to make it very boorish, but with elephant properties. So I'm going to give him horns. I'm going to give him his boar ears, but I'm going to make him a little bit bigger, as if it was like incorporated with an elephant. So I'm enlarging the ears to fit more elephant style. I'm enlarging the tusks as to more like an elephant's tusks, but I'm going to give him a boar's snout. Nothing. I'm not going to give him a trunk. So, in so many words, that's the boar qualities of the elephant. Okay. And so I'm going to have him kind of walking. This one's back, this one's down. Going to add the wrinkles. Right, and then this foot, let's see, we'll do this one kind of back like this. Oh, let me switch to elephant pictures so I can try to capture their joints for the movement. There you go. I've got him kind of walking in a walking position. He's really walking. Alright, I don't know. I'm just trying to entertain you, which I probably shouldn't, because, you can entertain yourselves, and we're just going to do a quick drawing. Anyway, so, don't have to entertain you. Right? You can do this. You got this. Oh, and I'm gonna give him kind of a furry boar. I keep saying boorish. I don't want it to sound like it's boring. But little boar fur like that. I think that's gonna work. So it's almost like a tall boar. It's either, look at it this way, it's either an elephant with a giant boar head or a boar with tall elephant feet. That's the best way to look at it. Okay, I'm going to use my eraser real fast. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines. I want my pencil lines to disappear, and I want the Sharpie to stand out, so I'm just going to erase lightly. If you're working with pencil, you just keep going. You don't worry about erasing. But I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencils, so I'm just going to erase a little bit here and get going. So let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going on that part, right? Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but I left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen and just jump right into some tiny details of the boar/elephant. And I probably should just jump in with a big Sharpie because I don't need any fine lines. I'm going to, because it's a bigger drawing, usually I use this for tiny details like in the face of a person, you know, the eyes and things like that. Things that this Sharpie can't quite get. But since this picture is so big, I don't really have to worry about stuff like that, you know? I am going to make like a little bit of furish type feel to it, but not really. See, I'm going to switch over because I'm not drawing every single little hair. I'm just drawing fur-ish type ink, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and thicken these lines up just a little bit more just to make them stand out, just because I know how thick this is going to be, so I'm kind of matching where it's going to go. Now, the tusks are in front of all this, so I want to draw that first, so I kind of have to jump down here to the nose. So bore with me. Get it? And there's his nostrils. There's his mouth. Like that. And we're going to give him a little bit of a furry, wispy bottom chin. The hairs of his chin, so to speak. I know that's a pig, but I mean, that's also a story, you know? That's also a talking pig. So I can do whatever I want, right? If we're going to compare against a talking pig story. Okay. So now I want the tusks coming out. So I've got them there. Just basically following my sketch in so many words. Like that. Draw them a little bigger because that's where the Boarlephant style is kind of coming from. That it's a little bit bigger than, you know, than average boar. Okay, so that tusk is coming out here. Going back in. So yeah, a little bit bigger than a normal boar, just to make it stand out. Okay, so for the side of his head, again, I'm not drawing all the fur, but I'm drawing enough to make it look like, you know, there is fur coming off. So I'm doing something like that. See, pretty simple. His ear is going to be up here, and I'm going to do his ear a little bit bigger than normal because that's the other like elephant style quality. Like it's bigger than a normal boar, not as big as an elephant. Hence the Boarlephant. Okay, and these are just going to be like little contour features. So you can kind of see that he's got a little bit of style to him, a little bit of fur detail. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know because I tell you this all the time. I am not a speaker. I don't know how to talk. I'm a drawer. That's why I do what I do. Okay, anything I want to do here? Yeah, let's do a little bit of like raising that because we would have the lip over the tusk coming out. I'm just kind of enhancing that bit of fur just so you see where it is. Okay, so now this side of the face is kind of covered up by the tusks, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll just do something like this, okay? It's still going to be part of the head, but I just, like I said, I want you to see some of the contour, you know, some of the facial features of the boar. And I'm going to do a lot of this with color. I'm just giving you a little bit of details of why I'm adding these little points in. So for his other ear, I'm going to come up here and do this. Again, a little bit of shakiness to it, a little bit of edge, because it's not a smooth ear. It's kind of furry. And big because it's kind of giganto-elephantish. All right, and again, a little bit of fur, a little bit of, you know, You know what? I couldn't think of the word over here. I don't know why. I think I'm going to come up with the word over here on this side. Words escape me. Okay, so let's start with the body so you can see where it's going back. I do have it with a little bit of hair. I got it kind of like almost like a mohawk. So I'm just going to do a little something like this just to kind of accent the top edge. And flow it to the back to his spine, because I'm also going to give him like a little bit of a mane. Just to give it that furry, boorish type kind of feel to it. Again, every time I say boorish, I'm thinking like the word boring, you know? And it's not what I'm trying to say. That's what I feel like I'm saying now. So if I giggle, that's why. It's why, because I keep feeling like I'm telling you it's a boring drawing. And it's not. It's just fun. Okay, so for his back, for his spine, I'm gonna just continue this just a little bit more. More of the wispy points like that. I'm gonna bring it down here. And I'm just gonna draw like this. Again, just to kind of show that he's got like a furry front, like a little furry mane. And that's what this is over here. Because here's his belly going up like that. There's his arm. I'm gonna go ahead and just draw it so you know where we are. Right? The other part's going back here. There's his elbow. Or her elbow. Like that. This arm is sticking down. Leg, arm, what do you want to call it? It's the front half, so it would be my arm. But it's an animal, so does it have 4 legs or 2 arms and 2 legs? Because of the front and the back, you know? Like what do we say? What do we do here? What you want to do? Okay, so there's one arm, and I'm just going to add a little bit of like elephant wrinkles, you know, just something like this, just to kind of show the elephant features, you know, a little bit of something we can do. Okay, the other arm I'm having behind it, so it's on almost like stepping like this, you know what I mean? So the left front leg is behind the positioning. So if the camera's over here, we're looking this way, right? So this one is back behind like that. So we're just gonna say it's so far back behind, that's all you can see. The toes are coming out right here. Again, you can't see them, so that's all we gotta do. So the belly, I'm gonna continue it back this way. Like that, so it's all going around. But that's all for the fur. So, let's draw the back. There's its spine to the tail. And let's give it a little bit of a wispy end of a tail. Fur tail, I guess, what we would be calling it. Its back leg. There's his little haunches. And we'll say the knees right about here. Going back to the bottom of the foot. Like this. We're going to draw some toes. Some elephant toes. I'm not going to do the Frito joke. I always do. I won't do it this time. Okay. This one's going to cost you. It's not a free toe. Can't help it. I can't help it. It's that good. It's that funny. You know? Alright, so back leg. It's kind of like that back in the background. All we're going to do is come in here and do this. Like that. And like that. And again, let me add a little bit of the extra like we did there. Might as well, right? A little bit of wrinkle, a little bit of hi, how are ya? I'm a Boarlephant. There's his little knee. There's that one there. Just some what do you call them? Some stress lines for his little old legs, and some line toes on his peats. Let's see. Sorry, I'm in grandpa mode. Everything's Pete's and Tootsies and that kind of stuff. Okay, so a little bit of fur for that tail. And there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So for creative creatures, that is a Boarlephant.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.